Greetings and welcome back to room 303 in our chats with Emily as we're calling our reading through the poetry of Emily Dickinson. We are in the Johnson edition. We turn out a poem 415, Sunset at Night is Natural. Now, this is a very difficult poem to really understand because we don't really know who Master is. Yes, we are. Back to another Master poem. We commented on this in poem 96 and 151. And 336 will comment as well at poem 462 and 754. And then obviously this one to qualify all of these, what we sometimes will call the master poems. Emily had someone in her life she called master. We do not know who it is. There's all kinds of speculation. Our assumptions are that you've been following our stuff at learnstrong.net down that left-hand side, Chats with Emily, our playlist. I'm hopeful that you worked through our set of introductory comments as well as our preceding 414 poems. We just finished with 414, 'Twas Like a Maelstrom. Now, this is a poem about reversals in some way or another. That is to say, Emily seems to express her love for Master, and maybe that love is reversing, as in her love for the Master or the Master towards her. Each stanza, notice, of this little poem will provide a proposition and then a contrasting proposition. Notice, sunset at night is natural, but sunset on the dawn reverses nature, Master. So midnights do at noon. Eclipses be predicted and science bows them in. But do one face us suddenly, Jehovah's watch is wrong. Now, it takes a genius poet to come up with a phrase like Jehovah's watch is wrong. What is going on in this poem? Notice, first of all, she says it is natural. There are things that are natural, there are things that are unnatural, right? Sunset at night is natural. In other words, sun goes down, we have sunset. But sunset on the dawn reverses nature, dash, Master, dash. So midnights do at noon. Whoa! In other words, there is some kind of reconfiguration of the natural order, and she is attributing it directly to Master, whoever Master is. Eclipses be predicted, and science bows them in, but do one face us suddenly? And I think that's the key word of the poem. Jehovah's watch is wrong. Now, this but phrasing, she'll in poem 705, she'll play the same kind of pivotal shift. Go ahead and take a look at it. What is her argument here? Well, I think it's pretty clear that she's telling Master, you're wrong. Something about whatever it is unnatural. Something that has happened is unnatural. I think the message here is that feeling let down by a trusted pal is hard. It is almost one of the most painful. Betrayal is one of the most painful. I mean, think about Dante in the Divine Comedy and the Inferno. We've given full lectures at learnstrong.net. You'll remember that for Dante, the worst imaginable sin is what? Betrayal, right? I think she's arguing to her. She's calling it unnatural, if you will. And to be, well, of course, the uncertainty of who Master is makes this poem so difficult. We would love to ask Emily, who exactly are you talking about in a poem like 415 and all the other Master poems? At 3A, the other Master poems immediately come to mind. And finally at 3B, to own a little poem like this. When was a time that you felt let down by a pal? And how did you get through that unnatural feeling? Thank you.